Hi, so we're live. We're live. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining from. My name is Shea Obasi, and I want to welcome you to today's live. Please, if you can hear my voice and you can see me, please leave the number 7 in the chat so that I know that you can hear my voice and you can see me. Just leave the number 7 in the chat. Okay, so for those of you who can hear me, what is your name? Where are you joining from? Leave an emoji, click the share button. Let's invite others to join us as well. Okay. Oh, so you can hear my voice. Awesome. So we're ready. We're ready. So if you can hear and see, I need to see at least 10 sevens in the comments so that I know that we can hear and see. Please, what is your name? Where are you joining from? Where are you joining from? Are you from Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, India, the US, Egypt, Lagos State? Where are you joining from? Okay, so please don't forget to click the share button so that as many people as are not aware that we've started can join us. We're going to start right on time. I don't like wasting time. Okay. Wana from Nigeria. Of course, Nigeria, I know they carry last. So Ayodeji from Lagos, Nathan from Nigeria. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I really feel blessed that you took time off your busy schedule to join us today. Yeah, so don't forget to invite people. Click the share button. So what we're going to do today, we're going to start the webinar. I like this name, Queen Darlene from Nigeria. Like, I love that name. Wow. Okay. We're just seeing Nigerian people, peeps from Ibadan and stuff. Oh, Ibadan people. I'm not going to say anything. Okay, so guys, so we're going to start soon. And I just wanted to congratulate you for being here today. I know that data is expensive and all of us have things to do with our time, but you being here today means a lot to me. Yeah. And it means that you are really ready to learn about how you can get a job in Canada. So before I start, I'm going to let you know that you need to subscribe to the channel for you to be able to comment or ask a question. Yeah, so please go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the like button as well, turn on the notification bell so that you can be able to ask a question or leave a comment. And of course, what you're going to learn today is going to benefit you immensely. So please avoid all distraction, turn off TikTok and Instagram and pay attention. Yeah, if you have to lock yourself in the toilet, do that so that you can pay attention. And at the end of this webinar, I believe that you will have a clear understanding of what you need to get a job in Canada. So we're still having people joining. Augusta from Lagos, Queen from Abia, Mukolu Christiana from Nigeria. Welcome everyone. Augusta, Queen from Abia. And then of course, if you can see me and you can hear, just leave the number 7 in the comments. Okay, great. So I'm going to share my presentation with you. That should take about, 30 minutes. And when we're done, we're going to come back for another 25 to 30 minutes for us to take questions. Welcome, Sandra. Sandra is one of our members. Guys, we have a membership. So if you want to join our membership, just click the join button. McIntyre is also a member. So let's start right away. And while I'm going through the presentation, you can as well still use the share button. Invite people. If you're in a group and they are not here, tell them we have started and we don't use to waste time. We used to go straight to the point so that we can get, the matter done. So quickly, let's take this off. Sorry. 1 second. Okay. No. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to start right away and then I'll still come back and welcome people. There's lots of you joining. It's hard to welcome all of you. Straight away, if you can see, welcome to today's life-changing webinar. Let me know. This time around 8 in the comments, if you can see it. I'm sure you can because I can see it. Okay, 8. Let's put the number 8. So welcome to today's life-changing webinar. Yes, great. Okay, so first of all, let me congratulate you for being here today. What you will learn will provide valuable information on your quest to move to Canada despite previous failures or challenges, because I know a lot of us have been encountering challenges, failures in our bid to move to Canada. And you're hoping that today you'll be able to find out some valuable information that can help you. Also, I promised a free gift. I'm going to send it to you after the Q&A. Before we start the Q&A, when I'm done with the presentation, everyone who came here, I'm going to give you a free gift that you can download right away. Okay, so just to thank you for taking the time to come here today. Before we start, a little disclaimer. This is not immigration advice. This is for information and education purposes. The Canada.ca website is where you get all the information that has to do with Canada immigration. So this is just for education and information purposes. Okay, so I believe that most of us, or some of us, know me. If you don't know me, I'd like to introduce myself and what authority I have to be talking to you today. My name is Sheyi Obasi. I am a Nigerian, right? But I've been in Canada 6 years now. I came to Canada as an international student in 2018, and I'm a permanent resident. I guide people, I teach strategies on different routes to move to Canada. I am not giving immigration advice, like I said before. It's for education purposes. But with my guidance, I've helped over 1,000 people to relocate to Canada in the last few years. Yeah. It is completely altruistic because I understand what you're going through because I've been through it as well. And my goal is to help you move to Canada too. So today we're talking about how to spot a fake job offer and how to get a genuine job offer in Canada. You will learn the red flags for job scams. You will learn what you need to get a job in Canada, the possibilities of actually getting this job in Canada. What do you do next after today's webinar? And I'm going to make you an offer and some bonuses at the end of the day. Now, I'm just going to throw this in that before you consider any other country, you exhaust all possibilities for Canada first, yeah? So that's like being selfish. That's what I'm saying is like being selfish. But I just wanted to throw it out there that, yes, there are lots of other countries that have immigration offers and all of that. But please try and exhaust every way you can for Canada first before you start looking at other countries, yeah? Or even if you're looking at other countries, make sure that you're exhausting all the possibilities for Canada as well. Now, why do you need to learn about how to get a job in Canada? And why do you need to know how to spot fake jobs? Why is this important? And why am I talking about it? Well, getting a job in Canada is one way that you can move to Canada and start earning money in Canadian dollars immediately you land, because you're landing with a job, right? And you can use your work experience to apply for permanent residency in Canada, which, as we will say in Nigeria, is the cocoa of the matter here, is to get permanent residency. And beautifully, no tuition is required. There's no huge proof of funds that is required if you need to get a job in Canada. It's not like coming to study or go through the express entry. For this one, no huge proof of funds is required. And on top of that, many of the pilot programs that we've been seeing, even the provincial nominee programs, require a job offer, surprisingly. And sometimes annoyingly, yeah, even the caregiver program, the PNPs, temporary foreign worker program, the AIPP, all of them require that you have a job offer. So if you don't have a job offer from a Canadian employer, you might not be able to apply to all of these programs. So that is why it is very, very important that you know how you can grab yourself a job offer. If you even have a qualifying job offer, you get an extra 50 points if you're in the express entry profile. You can imagine that's really great, an extra 50 points added to whatever your points are. So getting a job in Canada, learning how to get a job in Canada is really, really important. It's not something that you should shy away from. It is very important. So you need to get the skill of getting a job in Canada if you want to succeed in any of these immigration programs and move to Canada. But you must avoid fakes. Yeah, the level of scam, the level of ignorance, the level of desperation for jobs in Canada is at an all-time high. People are ready to do anything, pay any amount of money just to get a job in Canada. And because that desperation is there, a lot of people are taking advantage of you, right? So if you go through the news, both in Canada, Nigeria, or any country, you see all sorts of news. Immigration experts sound alarm on job scam targeting temporary foreign workers, who are the people who are usually the ones that are scammed, those that need the LMIA to get a job in Canada. Job scam losses have tripled over last year, Canada Anti-Fraud Center. And then there are lots of you here that can also testify that you know someone, or maybe it's you, self, like me too. I have fallen into these job scams. So the job scams are there. There's no denying it. Yeah. And also let me talk about people also scamming people using my name. Like, I don't know why someone will go and use my name, do an account and start scamming people. So there are so many fake Seyi Obasi profiles on social media. So many. I've been reporting and reporting, but I think that by the time you cut off one head, 7 more heads are coming up, right? So please be aware that there are some fake profiles. Yeah. I've seen a few of them. There's one Agent Seyi on TikTok, Agent Seyi _ Canada. It's fake. There's one on Facebook as well. They copy everything about me. They generally just clone my website and they confuse people, right? So they'll tell you to send some money to $5. You can see it over here on the left. Pay $5 for registration, which is small, right? And it's easy to scam people. But it is not me. So please, if you can take a picture of this page so that you know what my real accounts are. On TikTok, I am Seyi Canada, and that is my TikTok link. Facebook, Seyi.Obasi. Instagram, I am Seyi Speaks. And on YouTube, Seyi Obasi Canada. These are the real accounts. Please do not allow anyone to start. They are very good. I am not on Telegram, okay? So please be careful. And these are my real social media accounts. If you want to take a picture as well, you can, so that if you see anyone that is not this, they can have the same picture, they can have the same background, but take a note of, my follower accounts and all of that. A lot of them have lower follower accounts, so that you can know that it's not me, right? So the one on TikTok, it has 1,500 and something. It's definitely not me, okay? Please, this is one way people have been getting scammed. I've got a lot of messages. Please avoid it, okay? Okay, now let's move to the general ones of how people get scammed. Now, it is possible that you just stay one day and you get an email and they say, oh, congratulations, you have received this job offer, yeah? And you didn't apply for it, yeah? And it might come through email or social media. If you didn't apply for a job, you should be cautious if you get a job offer. I understand that some of you are applying to many jobs, so you don't even know whether you applied to the job or not, yeah? So but sometimes, depending on what the follow-up to that job offer, you would know whether you have been scammed or not. It's just like them telling you you have won some money for something, for a lottery, and you didn't play any lottery. If you didn't play any lottery, then you know that you didn't win anything. Yeah. So unsolicited offers is the first. And then fake job offer letters. Now, someone sent me this image on the left and said a cousin got a job offer from this employer. This is obviously not an employment letter. There's no company information. It's not in a company letterhead. This is actually an IRCC form. Yeah, so it's not, but somebody seeing Canada there and seeing employment and social development might think that it's actually a job offer. It is not. Yeah, so if you're not getting that job offer with the proper company information, their address, their phone number, their email, then it's probably fake. And then when they send you emails, sometimes the emails have errors. Yeah. If you look at the email on the left, lots of errors. And I have been a recipient of some of these fake offers as well. So I spot them immediately. Sometimes if you look at the email address where it's coming from, you see something like 32456 or something, Gmail, Yahoo. If it's a company, they should have a company domain, right? So unprofessional emails with lots of grammatical errors, spelling errors, or they are spelling your name wrong, they are putting capital where small letter should be. No professional HR person will be sending such an email. So it's likely a fake. Please be like, raise your caution when you see something like that. And I think the biggest one is when they start asking you for payment. Even the Canadian government has said you don't pay for jobs, you don't pay for LMIA, you don't pay for jobs. Asking for money for the job offer, asking for money for training, visa processing, medicals, biometrics, or background check, it's a red flag. And this is the one that I've seen so many of. Like, I'm sure by the time I have 10 calls a day, 8 of them are talking about this kind of thing. So, and I've given so many examples. I have a lot, but just for time, this one was saying they told him to pay 300,000. Actually, I told this person not to pay, but he didn't listen to me because the person who gave him the contact was someone who he was close to. Of course, he paid the 300,000, and of course, he got nothing. This is another person who said, I just finished paying the borrowed money from the bank. So she borrowed money from bank, my land is gone for life. And she didn't get the job. I've fallen a victim when I was processing job visa for my daughter. They asked me to pay fees. I made payment already. I discovered it was a scam. And a lot of times, because we are anxious to get the jobs, and then the money that they are asking might not look too big, we go ahead and we pay before our eyes will clear, yeah, and we realize it's a scam. Different stories. This one has paid 6.8 million. I'm currently in debt of over 6.8 million to the money I borrowed to facilitate my traveling, apart from properties I sold. All was fake. This one said they scammed me 900,000 before. So these stories go on and on and on. So when it comes to people asking you for money, really, what are they asking you for money for? You need to be careful. I know we're desperate. I know someone might recommend them and all of that. But once they start asking you for money, please be careful. And then if the offer is too good to be true, you need to be careful. They're offering you accommodation, a high salary, 20 to 25 vacation days. They will send a flight to pick you and your family. Those kind of things are bogus. I mean, even realistically, they don't work. Things like $7,000 monthly. How many people are earning $7,000 monthly that they want to give you as a, sometimes maybe as a meat cutter or something? They're offering 70,000, 4 years contract, family status, good benefits, and all of these sweet things. So ticket and visa provided for free, accommodation provided. It is obviously a lie, because this promise is too sweet. And they know that there are people that are gullible that can, listen to them and fall for this as well. So this is another different kinds. Accommodation will last for 1 month. This person actually reached out. I was like, what should I do? Should I take it? I'm like, you need to be careful when these offers sound too good to be true. Now, some other red flags, when you don't even go through a formal interview process, they just say bring money, and next thing they are sending you a job offer. How? You did not even meet the employer. That person is the person, the employer. You need to be careful. Or they are pressuring you. They are threatening that they will withdraw the offer if you don't respond immediately. Madam, please send money so that we can start processing. Yeah, they are threatening you, and then the job details are inconsistent. Sometimes you don't even know which job they are employing you for. Yeah. So, I mean, they just tell you that you have a job. What job? So that you can know if you even meet the requirements for the job. And if you are asking, is this real? Anybody that has sent me a job letter and say, is this real? That means if you are asking, then it probably not. I have never received a job offer that I've asked, is it real? Sure, it's me that applied for the job. So if you apply for a job, you would know whether it's real. If you're asking, is it real? It's probably fake. Okay, so I've talked for 20 minutes. So is there anybody who has experienced any of these red flags before, whether for yourself or maybe somebody you know, maybe they've taken small money from you or your cousin or your sister or your brother? If you have, just put the word I have or yes in the comments, yeah? Excuse me, I know a lot of you have experienced this. Lots of you have reached out to me. I get also emails and messages from you saying I've been scammed. So if you've been scammed before, or you have seen any of these red flags, they are like Tufiakwa, you jump and pass. Just put yes in the comments below. Yeah. You jump and pass, Abby. Oh God, somebody said we have experienced plenty, like plenty. There have been plenty. When they scammed me that I'm here, they scammed me as well. Now, how do you verify a job offer? Number one, a job offer should be in the company letterhead, like I said. You research the company and contact the company directly. Yeah. Don't also forget that there are fake job websites. So they could have created a website for you to find when you go there. So go and research yourself and call them to verify the offer. Also, if you check online, let's say you got an offer from ABC company in Canada, go to Google and type scams for ABC company and see if you will see anything coming out. Usually, people who have been scammed will write it on the internet. So you can find out if that company is a scam company just by doing that research, okay? Also, beware of upfront payment. Once someone is telling you to pay upfront payment, be careful. Sometimes they will start with small amounts and then they will tell you, no, we have a problem, send this amount again. And once you are in that cycle of sending money, I mean, you are in it. It's either you send or they will not send you back anything. So you are stuck. And also trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. If your instinct is telling you, if you don't have peace and your instinct is telling you this thing is wrong, please be careful. There will always be another chance. So don't lose your money, your family's land, your property all on top of this thing. Yeah, so Canada is not a do or die, and that offer is not a do or die. You still have to live your life after now. Yeah, so if that one is not working, leave it alone. Also, use trusted job sites and portals. Yeah, so we all know about Job Bank, we know about Indeed, and all the other ones that I also share in my program. Use those ones that are trusted. And for Christ's sake, do not appear so desperate. I know you're desperate, okay? But don't allow them see your desperation. Don't allow them prey on your desperation. Don't allow them, if they push you, push back. If they say send money, say I can't. What is the offer that you're giving me? Please be very careful. I'm not saying that 100% of them are fake, but I want to believe that 98% of those offers that you find on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp in my bio, they are all fake. I'm telling you, because those people are not registered recruiters. Recruiters who are registered don't actually do all of that. So, but be careful. There might be a few real ones, but be careful. Yeah, so the most important reason why I'm holding this webinar is to prevent things like this. Yeah, I've heard too many of these stories. People's hard-earned money, and sometimes I can't blame them too much because they are desperate, and this person has assured them that they will get them a job, right? So please be careful. Okay, so having known that there are scams and how you can spot them, how you can avoid them, how can you actually get a real job in Canada without being scammed? Can you actually get that job? And what is the way that you can do it? Now, the question is it easy? And the answer is no. Getting a job anywhere is not easy. For those of you that are in Ibadan, Lagos, Kaduna, Nigeria, whatever country, it's not easy to get a job anywhere. There's a general there's a general hiking of the cost of living. There's a general job decline all over the world, right? So it's not easy even in Nigeria or Ghana or wherever. It's not easy in Canada as well. But is it doable and is it possible? Absolutely, yes. Just the same way it's possible for you to get a job in Nigeria, even though it's not easy, yeah, it is still doable. But there are some things that you need to do. So the process of getting a job in Canada is the same anywhere in the world. There's no rocket science. There's no magic to it. Yeah, and sometimes those people you are sending monies to, they are just going to be doing the same thing that I'm telling you to do now, and they will do it without even getting you the job, right? And you would have been giving them money. So how to find a job in Canada? Simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple 8-step or 7-step. Find a job advert. So you can go to any of the job portals or using your network or whatever, and you hear about a job opening. You check if you meet the requirements, which is a problem a lot of people have. You don't even meet the requirements. And if you meet the requirements, you apply. You get interviewed. I'm telling you, even if it's just a couple of questions, someone from that company is going to interview you. Except you're coming to work, a seasonal job, maybe to do a farm, people who are harvesting, maybe just during the summer or something. Even then, right, there's a general interview that is done. So you get interviewed, you get the job offer, and you start the job. You must not miss any of these steps, okay? You have to go through all of these steps. I didn't say pay money anywhere. You don't have to pay any money. Yeah, so you just need to follow those a few simple steps, and this works for all types of jobs in Canada. So first of all, like I said before, meet the requirements of the job. Okay, so I've talked to a lot of people. I am applying for caregiver. Do you have caregiver experience? No. Have you done caregiver training? No. Where will you get the job? You have applied to 30 jobs. You can apply to 1 million, and you're likely not going to get called because you haven't met the requirements of the job and you're not standing out. How can they take you when there are other people that have met the requirements? So the first thing, you need to meet the requirements of the job. You can't say, I want a job because I have skills. When another person is saying, I have the particular skills that you are looking for, I have other talents and skills that will benefit your company. It's not you they will take now. They will take that other guy who has these particular skills that they need and can show them that he has those skills. Yeah. Number one, where do I find who is employing for these jobs? I think this is one of the most important things, because even if you meet the requirements, you don't know where to get the jobs, you might be wasting your time. If you are coming into Canada as a foreigner and you're looking for a job, you will most likely need to get a job with a positive LMIA, yeah, a labor market impact assessment. If you've been looking for a job for a while, you know what an LMIA is. It's a document that the employer must get for that job before they can hire you. And they will have to, excuse me, they have to send you that LMIA for you to get a work permit. It's one of the most crucial documents in addition to your job offer for you to get a work permit. Yeah. An employer that doesn't have an LMIA, except it's an LMIA exempt job, cannot hire foreign workers. Yeah. So Canada actually releases a list of employers that have a positive LMI. So it's not like it's hidden. There's a list that they release every quarter, and you can always check if your employer is in that list and what jobs they have the LMIA for. Once you have known the employers that are employing, or someone has told you about an employer, or maybe even a friend or whatever wants to employ you or whatever, connect you, you now need to submit a Canada style resume or CV. That's another place where people are making mistakes. Yeah. Your resume is probably the most important document in your job as now. I'm sure everybody here knows it. Everybody here knows the importance of a resume. It can make or break you. And it is breaking many people. But most importantly, it is failing the ATS test. Yeah. Most employers will not on their own be looking through 1,000 resumes, right? They are going to use AI, and the AI is going to scan your resume and find out if the keywords of the job is there, and if you have met the requirements. If you have not, no human being is going to look at your resume. So you may have submitted 100 resume, and you are telling me, Sheyi, I've applied 100 times, and yet no human being has seen your resume because you've continued to fail the ATS test. So your resume needs to not only meet the Canada style, but must have the keywords of the job. Okay, it's advisable for it not to be too long, 2 to 3 pages at the most, except you have a lot of experiences, then you can push it to 4, but 2 to 3 pages at the most. Make sure there are no errors. Limit the personal information. You don't want anyone to be biased against you because you are female or because you are from this place. Don't put your sex or whether your marital status or whether you have children, your hobbies, except it's helping. Except your hobbies are, showing how you meet the skills of the job. Nothing personal. Go straight to the point. Your education, your skills, your work experience, and all of that. No personal information. Make sure that you're only including relevant work experience that meet the job requirements and your achievements on the job. Okay. What value do you bring? How will the employer benefit from you? What experience and credentials do you bring to the table? Do you have any special talents? Why should they choose you and not Mr. A or Mr. B, who is also applying for the same job? Then thirdly, a striking cover letter. This one tires plenty people. It tires me self. It's so difficult to come up with a cover letter for each job. So applying for a job, not just in Canada or anywhere, is a job in itself. Applying for the job is the job. So you have to take that as a job. You have to spend time doing it, coming up with a cover letter and a CV for each job. A lot of people don't do it. 90% of applicants don't submit a cover letter, or they submit a poorly written one. I too, when I was looking for a job, I hardly submit cover letters because it's so difficult to do. However, if you are submitting cover letters, you can stand out. You honestly can. The cover letter lets you introduce yourself to the hiring manager, provides a quick overview of your skills, qualifications, your career objectives. You will tell them why you are the perfect candidate for the job. This is the reason why you should hire me, and this is the reason why I'm passionate about working in your company, because my vision aligns with yours, or I've worked with companies like yours before, or whatever. But you need to be showing them. So you need to start off with explaining who you are. Your middle paragraph, you talk about your skills, your experiences. You can take a picture of this page. Focus on the transferable skills. So even if you haven't actually done, maybe you've done just one job in that, you've done other jobs, but they have transferable skills. Communication skills from the job you did as a customer service can help you in a caregiving job. Talk about those transferable skills as well. Yeah. But you have to be concise and organized, okay? So that, it's easy for them to read and to see how you can contribute to their organization. Yeah. Then stop applying to jobs you don't qualify for. I know I've said this before. You need to focus. Instead of spending time applying to jobs you don't qualify for, why not just focus on the one you qualify for, the one you can show your work experience that can be verified, the one that you can show that you meet the requirements for that job. Because really, there are job adverts, but if you are wasting your time on the ones that you don't qualify, then you are probably wasting your time. You should not be applying randomly to every job you find. Like if they say carpenter, you day, they call plumber, you day, customer service you dey, caregiver you dey, kitchen helper you dey. It can't be like that. You can choose 2 or 3 and make sure you have CVs and cover letters to meet all of them. Yeah, so something like kitchen helper, you would think that they would take anybody without experience. But sometimes if you're a kitchen helper, you're using equipment, you're using dishwashers, you're using this and that. They want to know that you know how to use those things. That's why they want experience. Yeah. And not every job that you see is for foreign workers. Some jobs are for Canadian citizens and permanent residents, or those who have a work permit in Canada, an open work permit. So it's not every job that you see. So you have to be looking for the jobs that have the LMIA that are hiring foreign workers. If not, you'll just be sending your CV into a black hole, right? Nobody's going to respond back to you. One of the things that I know that Canadian employers like is job skills, right? I mean, there are people who have risen high in certain organizations and they never went to the traditional university, yeah, but they have these skills. So take the courses, get the certifications. In your cover letter, explain how this makes you stand out. That you have the job skills, you have used those skills, you have taken this course, you have the certification, and you've also used the courses and certifications to work. It is very attractive to employers. Yeah, and I think this is the last one. Increase your interview skills. Read about the company. Prepare 2 to 3 good stories to tell about yourself. Be confident and likable. This person is going to work with you. They want to work with people that they like. So you have to be likable, smile, and be confident, and learn the answers to common interview questions. Tell me about yourself. Why should we employ you? Tell me about a time when you did this and that. You have to have answers ready for those things, so that when you're practicing the answers that you've already written down. I know when I was looking for a job, I had this book. I had answers to all my questions. So if I have an interview, I'll just go and be reading them. So I know what I'm going to say. If you ask me, tell me about yourself, I already have it. Yeah, I know that I'll be thinking. Because you're thinking, you're nervous, you're going to miss it. Yeah, so you have to be ready. And then, that wasn't the last. This is the last one. Have the right attitude. So getting a job is your responsibility. There are many of you here who are not lashing out at you, but you're looking for someone to do it for you. You need to take the time to actually do this. You need to take the time to make sure that you're in the best light for the jobs that you're looking for. You need to have a positive mindset, be persistent, be enthusiastic. Don't take rejections personally. Rejections will come. Even if you go and toast somebody, they will reject you. Some will say yes, some will say no. You won't cry because one girl rejected you. You will move to the next one. So you have to have that kind of dogged determination and network. Whether you're in Canada, outside of Canada, try and network. Try and get to know people in Canada. Try and network on LinkedIn. There are even certain like WhatsApp group, networking groups that you can network there and meet people. I've seen many people in some of the groups I'm in. They're from Nigeria and they're asking for jobs there and people are connecting them. So network is so important as well. Okay, so now the last one, you need to have the right guidance and strategy. Yeah, so I know some people like to go and just do their own thing or just go on YouTube or on TikTok and all of that. You need to make smart choices, right? Personally, I don't like looking for information all over the place. I just like to follow one person, tell me step by step. Yeah, so that is what I would recommend. Have the right guidance and strategy. If you are following Monica, let it be Monica's strategy that you're following. If Monica is teaching you, follow that. If you're following Sheyi, follow it and follow it step by step so that you're giving yourself the best chance and not just all over the place. Yeah. So someone had to help me with my CV before I started getting interviews. I'm telling you, I came to Canada with my CV that I had from Nigeria. I couldn't get a job until someone actually told me, this is how you do Canada CV. Remove this, add this, make it like this, put this first, put this next. And that was when I started getting a job, when I came here as an international student. So that's what you need as well. You have to take your job destiny in your own hand. Yeah, don't wait for someone to scam you. Stop wasting time and looking for who will get you a job. Okay. So we've talked a lot. 10 things. So these are the 10 things we have covered. My goodness. So if you gained any value, just put value in the comments. We talked about job scams, the red flags, and how to protect yourself, how to find the right employers, the importance of a Canada-style resume or CV, why you need a strong cover letter. That cover letter, should even bold it. Applying for jobs you don't qualify for will get you nowhere. No system for your job search. If you're just like, okay, today I do, tomorrow I no do, it will not work. Increase your job skills. If you need to take certifications, do that. Increase your interview skills and have the right attitude. Know that yes, you might get rejections, but they are not rejecting you as a person. It's just that maybe there are so many other people that are applying and you can't get that job. Move to the next one and use the right guidance and strategy. Is it complicated? These 10 things, are they complicated to do? Is this like something that, oh my God, I can't do it, even if you put a gun to my head? Is it complicated, yes or no? Okay, I can see a lot. Somebody said Monica. Monica was just an example. So is it complicated? I don't know. It's not complicated. Thank you, dear John. It's not complicated. It just seems like that because it seems overwhelming and all of that. So it is not complicated. I mean, now that you even know all the things that you need, these are the steps, these are the way to go. You can now go and change your strategy. So if you had a strategy of, oh, I was just submitting CV to everywhere, every job I see, maybe you can change that, right? Or you start adding a cover letter. For example, maybe you've been applying to jobs, you've not been using cover letter. Maybe you change that. So from all of these things that we have, there's definitely something that you can go ahead on your own and change. Or you may need help. You may still need help, which is why I'm holding these classes and this is why I'm trying to educate you. So I know that the thing that's running some of you's mind is, Sheyi, can you do the process for me? Can you apply for jobs for me? I will just pay you. Can you get me a visa sponsorship job? Help me. Fine, I want to help you. That is why I'm here. But for crying out loud, I don't want to join the bandwagon of those who are asking you to bring money and I will help you get a job. I will not promise what I can't do. I am not a recruiter. I don't recruit for companies, but I do know some recruiters. I'm friends with some HR people and some people that recruit LMIs. And anytime I get those they send me those job ads, I share it with people who are in masterclass or who have the handbook. But I honestly can't do it for you, but I want to show you how you can do it by yourself. Okay? And that is why I came up with a blueprint or a guide that will show you how to go about it from A to Z. Yeah? I've given you enough value here. You don't have to get this handbook. You can take the value that you have and go and make changes to your strategy. But if you need help from your CV to your cover letter, you need me to send you documents where you get the right employers and the employer. I'm going to also get I'm trying to get the websites of all those employers and share it with you and how you can put yourself in the right attitude. You need to get into this comprehensive guide. It is not a magic bullet, but it will facilitate the process for you of getting a job in Canada. This is a comprehensive guide that I put together based on my experience of getting jobs here in Canada, based on my experience from people like you, based on experience from people who have also been able to get jobs using this. Yeah, I will show you the guide and what it offers and how you can be part of it. But like I've said from the beginning, the X factor is you. You are the one that will make it happen. Yeah, it's not a matter of why don't you just do it for me? Do it yourself. Look at the WhatsApp message on the right. Someone sent to me. My family has paid agent for close to 3 months now for a work permit visa, but he could not get a job for us. This is just one of many. And I told this person, I don't think that person will get a job for you. 3 months. Yeah. He's just submitting CV here and there, trying to see if he can get anything, which is the same thing you can be doing without paying him. The monies that they paid this person is over 500,000. You don't even get that kind of money for Nigeria self, where they go the dash person. Yeah, things are hard enough in Nigeria, then you want to be dashing hard-earned money, right? So I'm telling you about the guide so that you don't have to be spending lots of money on people who are going to scam you. Try and do it yourself. And do you know the funny thing or the beautiful thing? While you are trying to get a job, you can also do express entry. Nothing stops you from putting yourself in the pool. If you're in the pool and you get a job offer, it will even boost your score. Do you understand? Nothing stops you from looking at other routes like the caregiver route. Nothing stops you. All those ones still require a job. If I say AIPP or the RNIP program, they all require a job offer. So why don't you concentrate on how you can get a job so that you can be able to apply to all these other programs as well. So you have a part to play, and it will be worth it. I won't come here and rub your head and tell you that you don't have a part to play. Just send me money, I will send you a job. I can do that, but then I'll be telling a lie, right? So the question I need to ask you, are you willing to do what it takes? That's the question. Really, you can say, I want to move. I want to leave Nigeria by the end of this year. Some people like December, next year, no will find me for Nigeria. But then what are you doing about it? Yeah, you are there not doing anything, just hoping and praying, which I know is good. I hope and pray as well. But you need to learn how to take action on what you're praying for. Learn how to listen to God and see what God is telling you to do. So are you willing to do what it takes? Is yes or no? Is yes or no? Are you willing to do what it takes, Kwanu? Hill, I assume you are. So quickly, I just want to introduce you to what I've called the Work Permit Handbook. It's a step-by-step guide. And if you want to know, the different websites, I mentioned 2 websites to get jobs. I know people are asking, the Job Bank Canada and Indeed. But if you're in this Work Permit Handbook, you get a lot more other websites as well where you can find jobs, and I also send you job offers as I find them. So this simple step-by-step guide can help you to find jobs in Canada, apply to those jobs, interview for those jobs, and secure genuine jobs in Canada without being scammed. Okay. And what do we have inside? Of course, the entire process to search for a real job in Canada. So an extension of everything that I just taught you now, it's there. Details of genuine recruiters that recruit for these Canada jobs. Now, there are some recruiters, they have connections with certain, top recruiting agencies in Canada, but a lot of them, you don't see them out there on social media and all of that because it's coded, right? You need to have connection to these ones in order for you to have a chance with the actual people who are recruiting. And then, of course, how to create your resume and CV, which I've told you it's so important in this your job search. Stop applying to many jobs with no results. Start working on your CV. We have sample CV style resumes. You can just copy and paste, or you can just look at how those CVs are. Canada CVs are simple. They don't need too much wahala. Just put the details there of what is needed, what they need to see, and you have a good chance. We also have an interview blueprint. Remember how I was talking about how you answer questions? There are common questions. Tell me about yourself. Why should we pick you for this job? What do you bring to the table? What are your skills? How you need to learn how to answer all of those questions, and all of that is in the handbook. How to apply for a work permit. Remember that after you get the job offer and the LMIA, you still have to apply for the work permit, right? The step-by-step guide on how to do that is there. It is only when you get that work permit that you can actually come to work in Canada, not just the job offer, the work permit as well. Work permits can be refused. It's not by force. So you have to learn how to apply. Okay, so the total value of that is about 250,000 for all the things that you will get, and it addresses the 9 things we talked about: CV, cover letter, your attitude, to have a strategy, and all of that. And this 250,000, many people that have spoken, even with last week, they have given agents like 650,000, some 1 million, some 1.2. So these agents don't get joy, Sha. If you know that you want to scam someone, take small money now. If you take a lot of money from someone with the intention of scamming, anyway, that's a different story. So some people are so willing to pay agents a lot of money, but when you tell them to come and invest in themselves a little amount for something like this, they don't. Yeah. So the total value is over 250,000, but the actual cost of getting this work permit handbook, getting access to everything that I've talked about, getting access to the job adverts and offers that I usually send on a weekly basis, sometimes twice a week if I get, it's just 35,000 naira. Now, there are some of you that may have been on this webinar before. It was 25,000 before. People did not key in. It's now 35,000. You know how cost of living is going up and dollar. Anyway, so it's 35,000 now, 26 USD, Ghana cedis 427, and all of that. But that's not all. I'm also going to give you some bonuses for free. Updated list of employers with positive LMIAs. It's a long list. It's like pages and pages, of employer names based on different cities and provinces in Canada. You can just choose the particular province you want and look for employers there. Okay. like I said before, Canada style CV that you can model for different occupations. So we've cut it down to different occupations, different occupation levels, and then your LinkedIn profile. That's one place where you can also connect with people. I know LinkedIn is amazing. LinkedIn is changing, but still, that's one place you can also reach out to employers, because sometimes HR people like to go on LinkedIn because they know that's where they find professional people that they can hire. And of course, consistent updates on immigration programs in Canada that will benefit you. The immigration landscape in Canada is changing. In fact, I think you wake up one day, you hear something else. So I'll keep you updated on that. And you have email support, so you can reach out to us if you are stuck or you have questions, email support. So invest in yourself. My goal here is to educate you, right? I can't teach you everything I'm even rushing because it's almost an hour. Yeah. So that's why that handbook is there, so that you can have access to me after now. It is not to sell you anything, it's to help you get that job offer that will help you move to Canada and to help you avoid being scammed. The scamming thing annoys me a lot. So that is actually why I want you to invest in yourself. I also have a special bonus, which I don't usually do, but for those of you who invest in yourselves, because I know that your CV is very important and a lot of you struggle with it, I'm going to give one free CV review with recommendations. For some of you who send your CV in Word style, we're going to rewrite it for you and tell you what we did there. So you write the CV and tell you, oh, this was changed, this was changed, so that if you're doing another CV, you can use that information that we even gave you to do another CV, right? So you get information on, oh, what was changed in this CV. So one free review. Okay, so we have a lot of people, like there are over thousands of people. So I'm thinking I'll keep this to the first 25 people that actually make a purchase today, so that we can be able to manage those first 25. It's not like you don't deserve it, but really we want to give it to the people who are very serious. So that's a special bonus one. We're also going to send you a report about the new caregiver route. Now, this one is one we're very excited about, and we're hoping, it was supposed to start in September. So we're already in September. The minister hasn't said anything, but now I've heard probably in January. But this is one route that I think that will benefit a lot of you, but it also requires a job offer as well. So we're going to be giving you a report on that caregiver route, so you understand what is required and you start working on it. And because we have so many requests for CV and cover letter, the free review that I've promised is for CV alone. Some people are going to tell you it's for CV and cover. It's CV alone, not for cover letter, please. Only a free CV review. If you want a professional CV and cover letter, send an email to these people here. Tell them you are from me. They will give you a 10% discount. You can take their email, canadajobcv@yahoo.com. Okay, again, it's just 35,000 naira, and all these bonuses end on Wednesday, September 11th. So you have like 3 days to get these bonuses. Again, this is the most affordable and highly valuable work in Canada guide you can find. You can find other guides and they can say anything they like, but I'm telling you, they are not practical, they are not updated. There's no one like this one. I'm telling you, this is the best one you can get. It shows you what to do. You are not confused, and we have people dedicated to help you in the email. Okay, you need a blueprint that works. You don't want someone to be asking you to send 2.5 million. I'm not asking you for any money. I'm just offering you this that will guide you, and of course offering my support via email as well. Okay, so now the ball is in your court, and like Elaine Maxwell said, whether I fail or succeed shall be no man's doing but my own. Okay, you can say this to yourself: I am the force. It is my choice, my responsibility. Win or lose, only I hold the key to my destiny. So whether you come to Canada using this work permit route, whether you get scammed or not, only you hold the key to your destiny. Only you can determine whether someone is going to scam you or not. Only you can determine what happens to your Canada dream. Does it get fulfilled or not? So I have met several people who have made several mistakes in their job search simply because they didn't ask for help, simply because they were looking for who go do it for me. Yeah, they didn't get guidance. But this doesn't have to be you. The choice is actually yours. So what will you choose to focus on? The 35,000 that you need to invest today to get all the everything in the handbook and the bonuses, or are you going to focus on the value that you're going to get, which is much than 35,000 naira? Which will you focus on? Because whatever you focus on is what will help you. So the email is canadajobcv at yahoo.com. Canada Jobs CV at yahoo.com. Okay. And you have from now till the 11th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 5 days for you to be able to get those bonuses. So you created time to be here today because this is important to you. If it wasn't important, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be listening to me now. So I assume that you are willing to invest in this. You can dedicate only 30 minutes of your day every day to get that job in Canada that will help you to finally move to Canada. And like I said before, getting a job in Canada will help you in the express entry pool. So if you're in the express entry and you get a qualifying job, it can give you 50 points. So if you're at 400, your points go to 450 and you have a chance. And also, you can also look at other things like studying in Canada, which we'll likely talk about in the next webinar, and see how you can even still use that and what are the opportunities that are still there despite all of the things that you're hearing. So this is everything you're getting from it. And save yourself stress, save yourself that 2.5 million you would have been scammed off or 500,000 or whatever amount. Save yourself that stress and get the work permit handbook. It doesn't matter your country of residence or your nationality, it is for everyone. It's not just for Nigerians or Ghanaians. It saves you time and money. And how you can purchase, get access, simply ask for a purchase link from the affiliate that invited you. Whoever invited you here is probably going to, if it's in a group or whatever, send you the link. You use the link to purchase, click the link to purchase. You'll be sent a confirmation email. You can take a picture of this so that you know what happens after you make payment. Fill out your name and email address, wait for approval, click to access the course, go through the modules and take action. And if you need support, please, I beg of you, always send an email. Okay? I think that that's all I have to say. So thank you for all those who have made payments. I've seen some payments coming. So we've started counting. Count down on those 25 people that are getting the free CV review. If you need it, please go ahead and make the payments now so that the countdown, my assistant has started counting. As soon as we get to the 25, we're not going to be offering. We're just going to have that list and reject everyone after. Okay? So you have made the best decision regarding getting a job in Canada. You will not regret it. Don't miss out on this opportunity, like I said before. And it's an affiliate product. So if you are invited by someone, they are going to send you a link to purchase. They have my authority to do that. So the question is, are you ready to get started? All right. So thank you so much for listening and for watching. And I wish you all the best as you make the move to Canada. Okay. Thank you so much. Excuse me. So I know I was a little bit fast because I was just trying to meet up with the time, but I hope you got all the information. And if you need to go and watch the replay or watch it again or watch certain parts of it, please make sure you do that. I'm going to share the free. I'm going to share the free whatever that I promised. You can just copy this link. I'm going to put the link here. Copy the link. No, not you. Give me 1 second. Who am I wish the link was clickable. I don't think it's clickable. Or should I put it in the comments? Let me put it in the comments and see if it's clickable. So, yeah. So I've put the link in the comments. And the link is also here. So if you copy that link, you get the basic checklist to check if you're eligible for getting a job in Canada. It's absolutely free. And you can use that to get a job. You can use that to check your eligibility to free reports. Okay, so let's look at your questions. So I said we're going to, somebody said 25 people is small. Now. What's this? 25 people is small. Okay, well, if we get the 25 people today, I can increase it by another 25. Yeah. If we get the 25 people today, I can increase it by another 25. Nicola, so how did you find this webinar? I'm surprised if nobody invited you. Just tell me how you found the webinar and I can tell you what to do. Okay, so let's take the link is in the link is in the comments. So this is the link again. It's called bit.https://bit.ly/free22day. Free 22day. Free 22day. I also left it in the comments as well. I'm going to also leave the link in the description when we're done so that you can get it. All right, let's look at a few questions. Guys, we have I'm going to do what, 20 minutes for questions? So that I can go and eat too. So let's see. I'm applying for caregiver job in Canada, which I have less than 1 year experience, but I have over 5 years experience for the field related to healthcare. Do I need to mention it in my CV? Shola, yeah, that's a great question. So yes, so like I said before, if you have work experience in caregiving, mention that. If you have a work experience in other healthcare occupations, mention it as well. But in mentioning it, stress the skills and the experiences that are related to caregiving. Yeah. So even if you are in, I don't know, I can't think of any healthcare occupation, but make sure that you're also linking it to the requirements for caregivers. If you have been supervising caregivers, it's great because in supervising them, you know what they need to do. So always think of a way to link your skills in another role to the skills to the job that you're looking for. I hope I didn't make that difficult. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you found that helpful. Thank you so much. And I also, you found it on YouTube. Nicholas Peter. Okay, Nicholas, I'm going to reach out to you after the webinar with the link to purchase. Nicholas Peter. I have taken note of your. Okay, I don't want to derail the conversation. So if you are invited by me, that means you are probably in an email list or in a group. I'm going to send you information on how to make the purchase. So don't worry about that. Guys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I subscribe for you to be commenting. If you haven't liked, check out all the other videos on the channel as well. And you can see something that you probably would qualify for. My daughter wants to do her master's in Canada. How do I reach you? First of all, we're not talking about masters. How do you reach me? Just go to the channel. You will see my contact information in the channel. Okay. You have never chatted with me. Okay. I didn't claim that I've chatted with you before, Naifewa. Can I use Allison caregiver certificate to get a job in Canada? So I like this question. So I need to stress that you don't use the certificate to get a job. A certificate is going to help in showing the employer that you have been trained in this. But what the employer basically would be interested in, do you have the work experience? Have you done this before? And can you do it in the context of what they want to employ? So I'm not really sure about Allison caregiver. If it's a physical caregiving, because you need to do certain physical things, you need to actually do the work physically. If you did that, then I guess it's okay. So someone says, I got the invite from Instagram. As in Instagram itself. So Instagram, that means it was somebody's profile. Yeah. So whose profile is that? Oh, beautiful. I was wondering when somebody would ask this question. Are there sponsorship jobs available? Now, throughout my presentation, I avoided using the phrase sponsorship jobs. So, Muna Chisom, what do you mean by sponsorship jobs? Yeah, I'll wait for you to answer, then I'll take your question. What do you mean by sponsorship jobs? Jennifer, you can make payments anytime now. It's available. The only reason why I put a date to make payment is for the bonuses. But even beyond Wednesday, you can definitely make payments, okay? Okay, so Ruth Nanladi, you got me on YouTube. So if you say you got on YouTube, I'm going to contact you later. Oh, I love this. So companies that are ready to sponsor overseas employees. So you are still using that word. What do you mean by ready to sponsor overseas employees? You have to be able to spell it out so that I can answer you well. What do you mean? Okay, so Hafsat, I have over 5 years in special education needs. I teach autistic children here in Lagos. I have my certificate, but I don't know how to apply for a job in Canada. So HAPSAT, I don't know when you joined us in this webinar. So maybe you can start from the beginning so you know how to get a job in Canada, because that's what this is about. As a teacher, can I say I'm a caregiver? So you're a teacher, you're not a caregiver. Oh my God. You're a teacher now, you're not a caregiver. Which link is not showing up, Ashiru? Which link? The free link that I just put now. The link is on, I put the link in my comments, and I also showed you the link, bit.ly/free 22 day or something. I don't know. I'll put it again. That link is just for the free resource. This is it here. This is the link. Okay. If you're just joining, just go back, rewind, and start from the beginning. Yes, of course. Ijava Smart. If you have it before, you can get that free review. God, Shoba Yadenka, can you give us a list of caregiver training centers in Lagos? I don't live in Lagos now. I can give you the list though, but you will pay me money to do that research for you. If you agree, I can do it for you. I don't see any reason why you can't do that yourself, and even share it with others. I'm waiting for that sponsorship something. No, can you give us no to be sponsored with visa and work permit? What does that mean? Are you saying that what does it mean to be sponsored with visa and work permit? Already the employer is doing the LMIA for you now. Are you saying the employer will pay for your visa processing and pay for your work permit processing? Is that what you mean by sponsorship? Oh, to pin the link, right? How do I do that? Okay, I think I can do that. Where's that link? So you want me to pin that link? Okay, I'll do that. 1 second. The link is to get the free resource. I'm going to pin it now. Just give me 1 second to do that. Let me do it here. The link. I'm just trying to pin that link. Oh no. Anyway, okay, I will pin it, but let's go ahead with the questions. Okay, so do we have any more questions? Just trying to pin that link. 1 second. Oh my God, I can't find it. Okay, let me just concentrate. So you're saying, is there much chance to getting a job as a safety officer? I'm not sure what a safety officer is, but generally, you can get any job in Canada that's an employer is looking for someone and you qualify. That's just the long and short of it. So long as there's an employer looking for them and you qualify, you can get it. Peace, you already said I invited you, and I said that I'm going to reach out to you when we're done. Okay, can a registered nurse? Yes, definitely. A registered nurse, I think a registered nurse is one of those people that definitely qualifies for a caregiver role. Yes, a nurse does qualify for a caregiver role. Because for you to work as a nurse in Canada, you need to be certified. But if you're not, then that's Okay. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting for this one. Can an employer pay for visa fee, accommodation, and flight tickets? Good. Why would the employer do that? Because the skill you have, nobody in this world have. I don't know why an employer would do that anyway. I don't know employers that will do that. Sorry, let me just pin. Yeah. Awesome. I've pinned it now. Okay. So I think that link is pinned so you can see it now. Okay, so usually employers will pay for the LMIA, yeah. In some cases, employer may pay for the work permit, but your flight ticket and all those things that you see in those Instagram and TikTok that they will pay your flight ticket, pay for yourself and your family. I don't understand what value you are bringing that they will do that. Yeah. Personally, I don't know. Can LPN? Yes, licensed practical nurses can. Okay, so Chukwemeka, so there are specific requirements for this caregiver routes to Canada, the PR route to Canada, specific 1 year of verifiable work experience. So all this can I just answer the question? Do I meet this requirement? Do I have IELTS, CLB4? Do I have that 1 year work experience? Do I have verifiable work experience? Do I meet the requirements? That's all the question you ask yourself. Yeah. And then if you meet it, fine. Ibukun Adeyemo from my profile on. So if you saw it in my profile on Instagram, that means you didn't. If you then that means you clicked on the link. That means you would be in the email. Then I will send you an email. Okay. I don't even know how to answer. It's messy. So you're not a caregiver now. You're a lawyer. I don't know if you get a job as a caregiver if you're a lawyer, Sha. Really, I don't know. Um, and jobs do not require IELTS. So, except the employer specifically wants you to have IELTS, generally, you don't need IELTS to get jobs. Now, you just need IELTS for this caregiver because that is one of the requirements. And the reason is because they are offering PR on landing. So, immediately you land in Canada, I don't know how they are going to do it. They say they will offer PR. And for you to get PR, you need to have done IELTS. So, it's only this one that requires the IELTS. Usually to get a job, you don't require IELTS. Okay. So there are a lot of questions that resemble this, and I'm not going to answer them again. I like this question. Grace, like what kind of fashion designer do you want to be in Canada? What we wear most of the year is sweater. We wear sweater and jeans. Do you want to do a Nigerian fashion designer or what? Because I don't know any job that will employ you as a fashion designer to make what, except it's all of these warehouses that mass produce sweaters and all of that. I don't know. Um, yes, peace. Yes, it is. Can I apply for jobs even while processing my study visa? Yes, Funlayo. I said that when I was presenting, that it doesn't stop you. So even if you are applying for a job, you can still do the study visa. You can still apply for express entry and all of that. It doesn't stop you. Okay. So I think that that's all I can take for today. I want to thank you guys so much for joining. I believe that the next webinar we're going to talk about studying in Canada because I feel that there's now that kind of stigma, and a lot of people don't understand what the new policies are and what chances they have to study in Canada and why it is still a great route to come to Canada and get permanent residence. I know there's been a lot of immigration changes and all of that, but despite all of that, uh, everything is going to everything is going to be fine. If you missed out on the presentation, go back and watch it. It probably is answering all your questions. Go back and watch it, please. And reach out to the person who invited you, and they will share the purchase link with you. If I invited you, I'm definitely going to reach out to you if you're in the email list, or also getting my WhatsApp messages. And of course, get all the bonuses before Wednesday, September 11th. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone who has been here. Canada requires hairstylists. If it's as per jobs, as a skill, a hairstylist is great because you can open your own business. Yeah. But as per job, oh, a hairstylist, I don't know. As per skill, it is great. But as per job, 5.5 for Canada job. I've already said it here that 5.5 is not required for jobs. But for the caregiver route, 5.5 is fine. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I need to go now. I promised 20 minutes and I've stayed for almost 30 minutes answering the question. I appreciate all of you for showing up here, taking the time. And then if you also get the work permit handbook, I congratulate you. I'm hoping to see you on the inside, get your emails, and also send you the job offers. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourself. Make sure you go to church tomorrow and pray. Commit all of this to God's hand so that God can direct you, show you the light, and tell you how to go about it, because we need God in everything, right? We do. If you still have questions, you can leave them. I will still come back and answer your questions in the comments. So if you have questions, still leave them in the comments. I'll come back and answer them later. God bless you all. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.